Today I'm going to show you what I got thrifting, a little thing that I got thrifting, and from a friend who donated some Laserdiscs to me, and from an order that I got from Amazon, a big sale on 4K UHD movies. So let's get into it, shall we? So what's up, physical media fans? I have a haul from yesterday when I did not post a video, but I did a few things yesterday and ended up getting some more inventory that I'm going to be putting on eBay eventually. It might not be up when this video is posted, but I'll try to get it up as soon as possible. So I wanted to go through and show you what I got. I got a few things from Amazon. They had a big sale on 4K UHD movies a week ago or so, and I ordered 3 things. It was 3 for $33, so inventory wise these things are all $11 each. So I'll start with those. I'll show you what I got thrifting. Not much, but it's kind of a cool little find. And then my buddy who is the Hot Lunch Reseller, or Hot Lunch Reselling YouTube channel. He gave me a few Laserdiscs that he has picked up along the way, going to estate sales, going to garage sales, so on and so forth. So he's been a collector of a lot of things and a flipper for quite a while, and he had a big bin of Laserdiscs and he let me choose what I wanted from there. So that was pretty rad. So like I said, I'm going to start with these Amazon finds or Amazon purchases, starting with Megan 2.0. Here at my house we say Mathregan because we think it's funny. So Mathregan 2, the first one was pretty fun. I watched it with the family. You know, it's silly, ridiculous, but it was fun. It had some good kills. I have not seen the second one yet. I'm not going to test this one, obviously, because it is in the shrink wrap. I'm going to sell this new on my eBay store. It does have the slip cover, so that's pretty cool. I'm glad that I got the slip cover. Those things aren't produced for very long once they start making these things. So I'm glad I got a slip cover. In fact, I got slip covers for all 3 of the purchases I made. I also got Jurassic World Rebirth. I haven't watched a Jurassic World or Jurassic anything probably since that first one with Chris Pratt came out. I saw that one for sure, but this one has ScarJo in it, Mahershala Ali. I haven't seen it. I'm sure it's more dinosaur goodness. So I don't know if I will catch up on that franchise or not, but I figured, you know, this counts as sci-fi / horror, so I went ahead and bought that in this sale. Finally, I do not want to get into superhero movies, whether it's DC Universe or Marvel or whatever. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen this one a couple times actually. I did have a lot of fun with this one. But I don't necessarily want that to be my thing on the store. I don't want it to be, you know, I know that these things people collect, but they produce so many of them, and even though it's sci-fi, it's superhero. It's its own genre. So I don't plan on getting into that, but this is a good deal. I'll sell it on in my eBay store. It's got a lenticular cover. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's kind of cool. This slip cover, lenticular. Hopefully you can see the effect there where it's changing from Clark Kent to Superman. So that's kind of cool. So that's what I got. I just ordered the 3. Like I said, it was 3 for $33. I will sell these at a competitive price, meaning I'll price mine on the low end of what these new ones are selling for with the slip cover. So I try to be fair in my pricing, but I am trying to make a little bit of a profit. So next, this is what I found at a Salvation Army here in Chicago. It's one I hadn't been to before. It's really big, but their DVD, Blu-ray / VHS selection wasn't great for me, since I'm looking for genre films. You know, I would even pick up Western films, and you'll see that with the Laserdiscs and stuff, because I do like Westerns, and I consider those genre film as well. I think it's just generally accepted as a genre film. It's called a Western. But here's what I picked up. It is a sci-fi TV show from what, the 70s, the 60s? I'm not sure. I know that I saw a couple of these or saw some of them when I was a kid. But Lee Majors as the $6 million man. This is, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. I think that's where this comes from. Maybe the opening sequence for the $6 million man. So this is the pilot TV movies and season 1. So it looks like a regular size DVD case, but it's heavy. It's got several discs in it. They're all in good shape. I went through them. We have a security tag in there. I'll probably maybe try to pull it off or just leave it alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 discs. So 6 disc set. Includes some bonus features. So I thought this was pretty cool, and it was $2 at Salvation Army. So that was pretty rad. You know, like the disc, like I said, is in good shape. This disc is in perfect shape. A couple of them have some light surface marks. I'll try to buff out, do a little waxing and Windexing to make sure that they play fine. But I'll test these, even though it's 6 discs. I'll make sure to skip through some of them, test them, play them. But I thought this was a pretty cool find. You know, for $1.95 at Salvation Army to get this full season 1 set is pretty fun. It doesn't sell for a ton, you know, like, I don't know, $10 or whatever when I glanced at it at the store. But I thought it was a pretty fun one, so went ahead and bought that. So even if it ends up sticking around for a while, that's okay. Maybe I'll watch some of them. You may recognize this bag from one of the sellers that I bought a lot from. They packaged in this, among other things. I think this is the one that gave me the free VHS, the Abbott and Costello VHS that's on my store right now. But, you know, reusable bag. So I used it. Put my finds from yesterday in it and my donations from my buddy Hot Lunch. So this one is not a genre film. I actually chose this out of the bin that Hot Lunch was offering me because I know that my wife likes this movie a lot, and I thought, oh, that'd be cool. We can watch this on Laserdisc. So Scent of Green Papaya is a really highly regarded Mandarin language film. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I really don't remember the setting or where it is. Maybe it's Vietnamese. I really don't remember. But it's a beautiful movie, a love story, so on and so forth. My wife loves it, so I got that for her. It's not going to be in my store, I don't think. Maybe it will end up there. But next, we got Blood Red. So Dennis Hopper's the only name that I recognized in this. It is a Western, kind of a violent Western. I really didn't know anything about it, but when Chris Hot Lunch offered it to me, I thought, hey, why not? It looks like somebody punched a hole through it. I don't know if they hung it. I don't know why somebody would punch a hole. Maybe it was a security tag, which would be madness, punching a hole through a slipcover for that. But it is in really good shape. Cool movie. Looks like 1988 is the copyright. Maybe that's the movie or maybe that's the Laserdisc. I'm not sure. I really don't know much about it, but like I said, I do enjoy Westerns. I want to be kind of specializing in genre films. So I went ahead and grabbed this from the bin where Hot Lunch was offering me that stuff. Blood Red, I will test it out, see how it is. Maybe I'll end up watching the whole thing. So this one I grabbed because it's not necessarily horror, not really. It's based on a play. I caught it when I was very young, too young to be watching something like this, on PBS, I think. It was on TV. We did not have cable when I was a kid, not until later. But Richard Burton is in this, and it's, I really don't remember it since I was a kid, but I know some young man was maybe obsessed with horses a little concerningly, and I know he ends up poking the eyes out of the horses at some point. So I somewhat remembered this, and thought, yeah, this could work. This could fit into my store and what I want my store to be. It's directed by Sidney Lumet, and it's a 2-disc set. One of the discs does not have a slip cover, but I have extra, so I'll put one on it. It's kind of not wanting to come out of there. There we go. So this is Image Entertainment. Image put out a lot of Laserdiscs. They're kind of, you know, one of the major Laserdisc distributors, producers, I don't know, what do you call it? But see, it's kind of a tight fit for some reason. That disc is in great shape. This one has the little protective sleeve. Like I said, I have more of these, so I'm gonna put one on there. This one has some weird lines on it, but it looks like manufacturing. I'll have to check and make sure that that plays okay. I don't know if you can see that, but like right across the middle here. So I'm gonna try to put where my fingers are. So where my fingers are, and there are weird digital looking rainbowy lines that radiate out from the center to the edge. I'll have to make sure that these play. It's definitely a manufacturing thing. It's not a scratch. So that's something I haven't seen before on a Laserdisc. It's interesting. So we'll see. All right. What's next? Citizen X. So Stephen Ray is in this one. He plays a Russian, whatever their equivalent of FBI is, trying to track down and figure out who the serial killer is. Donald Sutherland is in it, I believe. Yeah. And it's really good. It's so well done. I really like this movie. This one does have a sleeve. It's just one of the stiffer paper sleeves. I don't know if you see that. But the disc was in the sleeve. This is in perfect shape. It looks great. So yeah, there's a scene in this movie where Stephen Ray's character has been you know, plugging away at this for I believe like years, a year and a half, 18 months or so, whatever it was, and he meets his, you know, American counterpart, if I'm remembering correctly, and the American counterpart is like, oh, you know, we're so impressed with the work you do. How many people are working on it? And he's like, it's me, and they can't believe it, and they explain, you know, like, oh, for this kind of work we have dozens of people working on it or whatever. And it's a heartbreaking scene because Stephen Ray's character realizes the weight of the investigation and the toll on his, you know, his health, his life, so on and so forth, and it's a powerful scene. It's really good. So Citizen X, great movie. Sliver is a thriller. It's not really horror. It's got a Baldwin in it, Sharon Stone. It's William Baldwin. I just looked on the back. I couldn't remember which Baldwin it was. It's a thriller. That counts as a genre film. It's not necessarily my favorite thing. I do like some thrillers. I didn't love this one. I may have seen this one in the theater, though that doesn't sound right. Maybe I rented it when it came out. This one has, you know, a little smudge on it, but that will wipe right off with some Windex. It's got some fuzz on this side, but it looks great. Looks great. So Sliver, if thrillers are your thing, and I think this might have been kind of touted as an erotic thriller. If that's your thing, I'll have this up in my store as soon as possible. So look for that there. I love Laserdiscs. I really love, you know, the sleeves, touching them. The size of the disc is so cool, and the rainbows, and you hold it against the light. I'm a big fan of Laserdiscs. I really wish more people loved Laserdiscs like I do. I know it's not UHD, ultra high definition video, but it can look very good. I have a 65-inch TV here, and I've watched Laserdiscs, you know, quite a bit on it, and it looks great. It looks fine. You know, I know some people get a resolution converter or whatever. I don't have that. I just go right into the TV, and I like it. So when I want to watch Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. I have those all on Laserdiscs. I play them on Laserdisc. Those are the originals. They were the ones that, you know, didn't have the special editions that Lucas threw in there with some CGI creatures and whatever. So that's what I watch. Here's another Western, The Long Riders, and I picked this up specifically because it's a Western, and Hot Lunch was offering me my choice of these Laserdiscs. So I don't know this one, The Long Riders. I do like Westerns. David Carradine, Keith Carradine, Robert Carradine. It looks like a Carradine project. So it's got a bunch of Carradines in it. And Stacy Keach and James Keach. This just seems like a family affair. Dennis Quaid and Randy Quaid. Huh, that's interesting. Music composed and arranged by Ry Cooder. Ry Cooder, I hope I'm remembering this right, I'm pretty sure is the person behind the Buena Vista Social Club documentary, which is awesome. You should check it out even if you're not into music films. It's a really well done documentary with amazing music and cool, you know, setting in Cuba there. This one's directed by Walter Hill, who directed, I hope I'm remembering this right too, but Walter Hill, I believe, directed The Warriors. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll put a title on here like, oops, I messed up, but I'm not going to look it up on my phone while I'm talking to you. But The Warriors is a 70s exploitation film. You may have seen the baseball, one of the Furies, one of the baseball gang members with the orange face and the black around the eye. It's kind of a famous, you know, like costume for Halloween or whatever. Is a gangs exploitation movie from the 70s set in New York that seems like on paper such a throwaway B movie, but it is so well directed and so well acted that it is amazing. It's gained a cult status and deservedly so. It's such a good movie. It's got some subtle performances in it that if you're really paying attention and into the story, that it really makes it a powerful movie, even though it's about dress-up gangs in New York that are themed, like the baseball players are called the Furies and so on and so forth. Next we have Flight of the Innocent. So this one is another one that I just know is a thriller. It is sealed. I don't know anything about it. It says it's directed by Carlo Carle. I don't know if that is an Italian person. I think this one is in English, but all of the names seem to be Italian. Manuel Colau, Federico Pacifici, so on and so forth. So, the film to tape transfer Flight of the Innocent was personally supervised by the director. Oh, there you go. Contains original trailer. But it does not say if it's in English, Italian, featured running time, hour 45 minutes, I don't know. So, there's another thriller. It says a top-notch thriller right on the front. I'm a sucker for those slug lines. So, I picked that one up too just because, oh, this one looks like it has it has a punch through it too. So maybe this is meant to go on the UPC. It's a punch out like a promo copy that went to a store or something. I don't know why somebody would punch a hole through there. Here's a classic. So Dr. Strangelove, directed by Stanley Kubrick, starring Peter Sellers and George C. Scott. Slim Pickens is the guy who rides the bomb. You've probably seen that. He's got his hat, Yahoo! And he's got an amazing name, Slim Pickens. So Stanley Kubrick directed this parody of government bloat, overreach, paranoia, and it is a classic for a reason. It is amazing. It's so good. Black and white. I don't remember the date. I forgot to mention on Flight of the Innocent, I did not open it and show you the disc because it is sealed. This disc looks great. Not a mark on it. It's perfect. Highly recommended, especially in these times. It really hits home how farcical and yet murderous and dangerous the government can get. So a little bit of political commentary from me, the realist. Last but not least, this is one of my favorites. It is an amazing movie from a director who passed recently, unfortunately, but he did chain smoke probably since he was a teenager. David Lynch. This is Blue Velvet. So this is really what put Lynch on the map. You know, like Eraserhead is amazing and good, but not a lot of people saw that. So this one really gained a following. It really hit home with reviewers at the time. It was well reviewed. If I remember correctly, I do remember renting it, you know, not too long after it came out on VHS. But Isabella Rossellini, Kyle MacLachlan, Laura Dern are just, it's so good. It's so good and so wacky and weird and scary, and Dennis Hopper is unhinged. Apparently, Hideo Kojima, the video game creator, director behind Metal Gear, he, you know, and Death Stranding, he must have liked this movie a lot too, because in Metal Gear Solid, he just lifts lines from Dennis Hopper. So if you've ever played that game and you haven't seen this movie, when Sniper Wolf is saying, "I'll send you a love letter straight from my heart," you know what a love letter is? It's a bullet from a gun. Those lines are lifted directly from this movie, from Dennis Hopper. He throws a lot of profanity in there, so it is changed a little bit. There is a cameo, like a very short part, a very small part for Dean Stockwell in this that is awesome and memorable. Highly, highly recommended. If you have not seen this movie, it is the weirdest of the weird for, you know, suburban horror. So, unfortunately, it's not in the best condition. The case, or the cover you see, has some parts that are torn, and this part seems torn from this, but it doesn't quite match up, so I don't know if that was a printing error, but it looks like something stuck to this and then it got pulled up. It has 2 paper sleeves and then an extra plastic sleeve in here. Treat Me Right, Tips for Care of Laserdisc. The actual disc has these radiating lines too, so maybe that's just some of the discs are manufactured like that. I hadn't noticed that before. You see, I don't know if you see that smudge on there, but that'll come right off. I'll just Windex that. I have microfiber cloths that I use. I'll Windex, and it should come right off. If I do ever have surface scratches on my discs, I use a little bit of New Finish. So that's a car wax that's specifically made for small scratches in your paint and whatnot. So I use that, and it really does help, and it makes it so that if you have a disc that has a scratch that might cause a skip, usually New Finish can do the job, and if it can't, then it's probably garbage. You know, throw it away. This has, it looks like something spilled on this on both sides. So here and here on the same part. So got a little goop on there. Again, Windex is my friend. I'm gonna use that to my advantage. That's it in my nice, oh wait, there's something else in there. Oh no, that's a coaster. So in my nice reusable bag from one of the sellers I got a lot from. So this wasn't an unboxing, but it is a haul, you know, a haul video. And I appreciate you sticking around to see what I got. I'll have these up on in my store ASAP. Maybe even by the time I post this video, we'll see. I'll try to type in as fast as I can. I usually don't, or not just usually, I never let eBay do the automatic AI description things. I put in a little, you know, like what I think is cheeky, funny, you know, like for Blue Velvet, I'll put, you know, Dennis Hopper's unhinged, check this movie out, or whatever, you know, and then I test all these things and so on and so forth. So check my store out if you're interested in any of these things, or genre films on VHS, Laserdisc, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, so on and so forth. I don't have any video games up yet, but I promise soon I will have a video game up. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and you will see me when I post next time. Thanks.